My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is May 18th, 2026. It is 2:15 a.m. This is video number 2. So let's continue. I just did the video for PYTE, Meghan during the speech at Geneva, and it will be on PYTE. I edited already, and a few I'm gonna upload it. Alright, first tweet for this video. Powerful image. That's fine. Okay, Meghan looks like a boss. We know for a fact her speech is going to be clear, coherent, and concise. No mumbling required. They will attack her for sounding too good, claim it was over-rehearsed, etc. I don't know, these people, they want mediocre. That's why they wanted her to be 50% less of herself.
Told, been given advice that it would be best if she could be 50% less than she was.
Wow.
That was the quote. If she could be 50% less. And I remember hearing that in 2018 and said specifically to her, I don't know how you're going to survive being half of yourself.
I could feel the seething through my phone while they claim to be perfectly happy with Bob the Builder. Oh, regarding that Bob the Builder, I truly thought it was the squad who was just being squaddy, just making fun of it. But then again, I came across a video where I think it was from Not My King, where they showed a video of Kate talking to whoever she was talking, and she said Bob the Builder. I was like, oh my God. I was shocked. I thought the squad who were just saying nonsense. Because many times the squad be saying crazy things just, just for the fun of it and discussion. And she actually said it. I was like, oh my God. And I think there's some tweets that I came across and I respond to it. That actually, there's some videos that I did yesterday, the 17th. I didn't edit them yet. So I'm probably going to edit the one that I'm talking right now and the one that I did before this. I'm gonna put them before the ones before the 17th videos. Alright, but anyway, the Bob the Builder thing, it caught me off guard. I was shocked. Okay, as an artist, I find the memorial hauntingly beautiful, visceral, and potent in its purpose. As a parent, it's just plain heart-wrenching. Yeah. Also, as a parent, we will identify with the message, powerful, empty, lol. These people, let's just say she did what she had to do and move on. But the other one, mediocre thing, they applauded, put it on almost every platform. Alright, Meghan is really the woman. They know is listen to her. I love how she won't let this establishment break her. She will advocate and support change. Whatever the cost, marrying Meghan was Prince Harry's best decision in his life. Alright, 1 minute and 22 seconds. I don't know if there's a music. Okay, it's good. Playing.
Hi, Meghan. Hi.
How many more millions of children will be harmed by products that, while innovative, are still designed without sufficient safeguards? And when will children be able to enjoy the extraordinary potential of technology without it compromising their well-being? For too long, we've accepted a dangerous bargain that modern connection must come at the cost of the innocence of childhood, that innovation excuses injury, and that speed matters more than safety. But we would never accept this logic anywhere else. We did not tell parents to create their own seatbelts. We did not ask children to test unsafe medicine. We did not shrug at poisoned water or defective toys and call it the price of progress. We acted, and now the world must act again.
Yeah. Some of these things that she said here, that's not the first time she mentioned it. I believe it was mutual. I also believe Doria and Diana will have been friends. They have much in common. How can anyone hearing Meghan's speech not be moved to demand action against social media platforms? The price of progress no longer cuts it. Meghan is the perfect advocate, so proud of her. Yeah. There's been a lot of, I don't know if this person is aware, I think Australia have made a law, and as surprising as it is, in the United States there have been lawsuit, and many of those whoever had sued, I think it was Meta and Google, whoever sued them won. And right now there's something that's going on in Texas. This one I'm very skeptical. It's not social media, but Texas, I think, had filed something for Netflix, and I don't know too much about it. I posted the screenshot and the link of that particular article I came across. I didn't have time to read everything, but I read the headline. But that one I'm a little bit skeptical. The reason I'm skeptical with the one that's going on in Texas is because the Epstein thing, no one has gone to jail, and in comparison to what the headline from the Texas thing is doing, because Texas is like a MAGA kind of state. So I'm very skeptical with the one that's going on in Texas. But a lot has been done, okay, in the US as well. So as much as crazy the US may seem for the rest of the world, but some stuff, there's minor little steps that's going on in that aspect. And you know what crossed my mind as well when I was looking? Let me pause and look before I say what I'm thinking. So what I was thinking about is that because when Meghan's Netflix docuseries came out, when she was talking about what will allow, what sort of complaint will have to happen in order for someone to call entity or someone to the World Court, to the Hague, and I look it up. So when I was listening to her speech, and I was thinking, maybe it is a way to build up her case by having examples where social media is being sued different places, and then she will have what do you call this? It's not example, but it's somewhat example to say this had happened over here, this had happened over there, and this is what these tabloid and the UK is causing. Something like that. Am I making sense? I don't know why I thought about that. Yes, it may sound crazy. A lot of the things that I've said sound crazy, but months, years later, they do come true. So I don't know. Okay? But anyway, let's finish this tweet here. And when you can get a real royal end up with a poster, Catherine Princess of Wales, a real royal, not a full thing. Look at those kids. Look at those kids. They look so freaking... This is the thing that these people have. They love to elevate mediocre. I'm sorry, even though I'm not at that level of Meghan, but this woman chased that other guy for years to be in that space, and now she's in that space, she can deliver. But yet these people want you force-feeding us to believe that what we are seeing from Kate is the best of the best. Come on. All right, let's black this one. All right, Harry, let's pause. All right, Harry knew right away that Meghan was the one for him. They're right for each other. That's that. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I mean, Harry took his time. He took his time. He knew what he was looking for. That video where he's wearing that white shirt where that how do you call this, that a journalist in the UK, I don't know if you could call it journalist, was explaining that about Harry, when if you want to settle or step out. Here's the video, instead of me mumbling trying to explain.
I'd never met him before, and so we had a little chat about the kind of things we talk about, and he was like, you can ask me whatever you want, but I might not answer it. I said to him, have you ever thought about moving away? And he was like, yeah, I'd love to move away, but I can't because of what I need to do to support the Queen. And that has just stuck with me forever, in terms of, he didn't say it on camera, he just said it in a really candid chat with me. And so whenever anyone says to me, it was Meghan's fault that they left, that conversation always springs to mind, because he always had it in him, this potential to jump. And I think Meghan came along and said, hold my hand and we'll jump together. Princess Charlotte's just been born. Would you like to have kids? And he came out with this brilliant line.
Comes times when you think, right, now's the time to settle down, or now's not, whatever the way it is. But I don't think you can force these things. It'll happen when it's going to happen. Of course, I'd love to have kids right now, but yeah, there's a process that one has to go through.
To which his communications team kind of took a bit of an intake of breath, like, oh my goodness, why did he say that? But then he also went on to say about how he just wanted to have someone alongside him to support him. And then what was it? A couple of years later, he met Meghan.
Next week, I see why and inbreds were threatened. They weren't used to competent women. They are used to women without voices. We all know what they did to Princess Diana for using her voice. Glad Prince Harry removed her. He knows what they're capable of. Then those Israelis, what do they call them? Yeah, Israel, those Jewish people, they claim that the threat to them, that's another country, Israel, came to the United States telling people that the threat to Israel, okay? The threat to Israel is black women.
Of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varney Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
Meanwhile, they have the ISIS people who's bombing them. They have all these other people around them who's threatening them. But yet, they claim it's black American or young black Americans. God, I'm packaging this and send it to you. Because these people are evil. They flatten, okay? They started a war and then inserted the United States into it. And then they move on and they're bombing Lebanon. They're bombing all other countries around them. Yet they claim the threat to them is black Americans. I mean, we're trying to survive. We're trying to live our lives. But yet they claim it's us. And the United States is a threat to them. That's because they want to continue their evilness without any interference, because those other people, including some Hispanic, I'm sorry, not all Hispanic, but when you look at the 2024 election, those other groups easily forget reality. They are easily influenced. They just can't get through black Americans. This is why black people in the United States is a threat to them, because we don't take their BS. We are their resistance. So when they're pushing their nonsense to us, we read right through them. We read right through them. We see all the BS that they're trying to spread, but we're like, no, we reject their stupidity. Why did I bring this? I don't know. I see why and inbreds were threatened. They weren't used to competent women. They are used to women without voices. We all know what they did to Princess Diana for using her voice. Glad Prince Harry removed her. He knows what they're capable of. I think this is the same video. Yeah, it's the same one I just showed a few moments ago. Alright, yep, she's highlighting a very important issue that many parents like me can relate to, the danger of social media when it comes to children and teens. The royals only have themselves to blame because they're stuck with Bob the Builder Kate. I swear, I can't believe she said that. I really thought it was the squad who were just talking nonsense, just to be funny. But she actually did say it. I was shocked. Excellence, beauty, grace, intelligence, the real deal, not the fabricated nonsense from the British press. Well said, that's the clap, it's true. They expect their wives to wear silly hats and go to watch horse racing. People forget that long before meeting Prince Harry, Marco did in fact speak at UN events and work with international NGOs. Yeah, she did told them. I don't think the UK was listening. When all four of them were sitting on stage, where Meghan said women have a voice, you know, men needs to encourage and listen and things like that.
I think what's interesting is I hear a lot of people saying when speaking about girls' empowerment, finding and knowing their worth, or women's empowerment as well, you'll often hear people say, well, you're helping women find their voices. And I fundamentally disagree with that, because women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice, they need to feel empowered to use it, and people need to be encouraged to listen. And I think right now in the climate that we're seeing with so many campaigns, I mean, with Me Too and Time's Up, there is no better time than to really continue to shine a light on women feeling empowered and people really helping to support them, men included in that. I mean, it makes such a tremendous difference. So, yeah, just, I guess we wait a couple months and then we can hit the ground running. But up until then, I'm pretty excited.
She did say something where she have worked with NGOs. There's like different red tapes, okay? And she thought by working with the royal family, where it's much smaller, there'll be less red tapes to get right through the business of things. I'm just interpreting it. But little did she know, you know, that royal family was even worse than the NGOs.
Well, obviously it's incredibly exciting, and yes, I think for me it's been a very long time working on cause-driven work, specifically with women and girls' rights, but you know, to see the model of the foundation is really interesting, because while I've worked with larger NGOs, or I've also worked with really small grassroots organizations where you can see a higher level of impact, in my opinion, because there's a lot less red tape. What you're seeing here, and what I noticed with Heads Together from a global perspective, because I wasn't here obviously when it was happening, was the power of convening all of these smaller organizations who have the same issue but need that extra push and support. Under this umbrella, you're able to achieve that, and the impact they all made with Heads Together was tremendous. So I'm very excited to be able to work on initiatives similarly and that can have that same sort of impact globally.
Alright, British royal family wasted her proven track record. Now they stuck the king and showing their uselessness as a publicly funded entity. The other thing as well, where an other tweet I have not edited, that's from yesterday. It's gonna come later on. I'm gonna edit this one first. Where I came across a tweet where someone mentioned that maybe the royal family did know Meghan was gonna go to Switzerland and did that speech, and then they quickly booked Kate to do that nonsense over there where she mentioned Bob the Builder. And the kids look miserable around her. So they probably knew her schedule. Like I've said in past videos, if the 50-50 was the deal with Harry and Meghan with the royal family, they would have tried to sabotage her work. They will know all of the Sussex's plans, and then they will try to book things for themselves and try to shift the attention from Harry and Meghan's thing. So they probably find a way, the royal family, they probably find a way to, I don't know, have the government work with Harry, and then through that, you know, the institution in the UK is pretty much the dominant thing of every political, social, and everything. If they want information, they'll get information. So if the government is working with Harry and the Royal family probably said, let me know whenever you're doing something with Harry. Alright, so that's probably that, in my humble opinion. So that particular tweet is, I don't have it here, it's some past videos. I sort of agree with it. She's do anything for, oh please, please. I blacked this one. There's the clap, and let's move on. Next tweet. Miscellaneous videos. There's other video that I came across. Okay, so this is a different angle. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, inaugurated on the Place des Nations, the Law Screen Memorial, designed in collaboration with parents, health professionals, and the WHO, World Health Organization. This art installation pays tribute to children affected by the dangers of social media. When I look at the memorial, it reminds me like a tombstone for some reason. Maybe it was designed to look like that, but you know, I don't know, it crossed my mind. Let's listen to this, a different angle.
Child who was loved beyond measure.
Yeah, you see, it looks like tombstone.
Once felt limitless. The children will be harmed by products that, while innocent.
Today, online world and the offline world must too. This memory of the Foundation Alexandre
Meghan did say she wants to improve her French. Oh, there's no comment, so I came across this. I'll change the music because this one come with a music, so I don't want YouTube to black me. Next one. This is such a personal cause for Meghan, who's experienced 10 years of being relentless, bullied, and trolled. Quote, because if an adult is barely able to survive the bullying and predation of the online world and the dangers that this platform can bring, how is a child? Yeah, I remember when she was saying that, I was like, yep, she's pretty much saying of herself. Personally, thank you, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. No child lost to social media. Meghan Switzerland, okay, the hashtags. There is no better person in the world to platform this cause than Mama Meghan. Exactly. That is why this is so important. This has to stop online and in the tabloid. Too many people have lost their lives from hate and fear generated on these platforms. You know what just crossed my mind? This is not to say I'm glad she went through it. No. Nobody should go through what she went through. And I'm not her to personally feel all her pain. She has explained her pain. But I never, knock on wood, I never experienced what she's experiencing. But what crossed my mind is that in a way, alright, a different branch of it, I'm sort of okay that she went through it because she's one of those person who have the platform. I mean, again, I don't want to sound like I want her to go through it. No, I don't. But because of her position, the platform, her understanding of things, her education, everything that made her who she is, she has the background, her experience, her all of these. Okay, to bring this type of things to where to put a stop to it, because if it's someone, let's say one of those kids who went through it, who took their lives, we will never know this was, I mean, we will know, but because many of those people, many of us don't have the same platform as her to do something about it, even though every little thing count. I truly believe in that. You know, just don't fall in line with the negativity. But her position, her platform, in a way, this is where slightly minuscule. I'm okay that she went through it because she's the person who can make the world listen pretty much, along with her husband who has the platform. You understand what I mean? I'm not saying I'm glad she went through it. No, I'm not saying that. Because it exists, that kind of unnecessary threat, that kind of unnecessary pain, these old grown men and women should have known from right and wrong. I'm talking about the derangers, but yet they do it anyway because it exists. So I'm saying, again, I don't want people to believe that I'm okay with her going through it, only because of her platform. And she has a voice, and she's been working since she was kid to speak for injustice. So sometimes when you think about it, God sort of choose certain people to, in the physical world, to do something about the evilness that's going on. I hope you understand. Again, knock on wood, I don't wish that on anybody, including Meghan. But since that threat, the derangers exist to do their stupidity, and Meghan has the platform to do something about it, don't have the same platform to bring awareness of the issue. That's pretty much it. Meghan does. Harry does. They do have the platform to bring awareness to so many other issues. So I'm okay with her going, putting it to on the stage, and now she's going after. It's like a dragon. There's that video I did on PYTE where, burning it all down. Right. I think the cat video. Oh my God! YouTube tried to make me put it down. I don't know if I still have it, because each time I fix it, years later they come back and flag it again, where I have that black and white cat walking, and then they were making fun of her and things like that, and then it come back like the dragon. They mess with the wrong person. All right, next tweet. The Duchess with World Health Organization Director General Tedros Adhanom, that's the last name. All right, there's that. Is the connection with people. I remember with him in the UK with Harry, and then they went to the Middle East. There it is here. All right, that's awesome. But what happened with her blush? Was her usual makeup artist of today? What are they talking about? What's wrong? I don't see anything wrong with her face. Okay, my girl Meghan love visit graveside, showing compassion to strangers, not her biological. Oh, give me a break. The father is in a place where he's supposed to be, because he doesn't seem to take the well-being of his daughter. So these people, I'm telling you, there's some people who love pain, and they expect Meghan to allow that negativity of a father to continuously disturb her peace of mind.
Right. So that may have been one of the things that upset her, and of course the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
Oh my God. Okay, get ready for the week of screeching from the UK media. This is great cause. She's gorgeous. Can anyone imagine Willie and mumbling, Kate moving these powerful circles? Solemn moment, lost follower by awareness followed by action. This screen or painful to watch, life cut too short, and there's all those hashtags. Next tweet. All right, my heart breaking. There's more pictures, a lot emojis of the heart. This is so heartbreaking. I truly hope tougher legislation are put in place to prevent more loss of young lives. Meghan, Switzerland. Gosh, heartbreaking. My thoughts are with those grieving parents. So sad. So sad. All right, next tweet. There's a lot of pictures with captions, so I put it on the list. Okay, so there's this. Meghan met Brazil Health Minister Alexandre Padilha, who is a physician and politician serving as Minister of Health in the government of President Lula. During their meeting, Padilha, I think I pronounced his name wrong, okay? Padilha discussed Brazil's policies to combat violence against children, which he said she praised. Let's see here. There's a translation thing in her ear. Okay. Next trip, Brazil. We might see the Sussexes go on a tour to Brazil. So proud of her, hoping for a Brazilian tour soon. Okay, I guess soon. Good to know there are countries tackling this problem. So proud of you, Meghan. Padilha is a bad company, you know. God forbid I ever get the idea of that crazy woman. What? That's just black. They always have to. I don't follow Brazilian, anything of Brazil. But God is with Harry and Meghan. They will protect them. Okay, this photograph says it all. Meghan, you are an inspiration to women everywhere. Meghan, Switzerland. Look at that lady. I'm telling you, Meghan is good with her face card. That's nice. I'm wondering the dress that she's wearing, where she did that picture with Lily. I think it was one of those I think I saw hanging in the forefront. They are us, yes. Even the baby was so ready for the pic, smiling and enjoying meeting the people's princess. She is. There's the heart. There's that. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, thank you, Madam Duchess. Princess Meghan. This is nice. I like it. Okay, Meghan, Switzerland. There's that. This is extra. I already shared that video. I think I'm gonna put it by itself again for our point of view service. Alright, so there's this. May you never stop using your voice, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. There's 11 comment underneath it. Girl, the speech was so powerful and well done. It's vintage, Meghan. Meghan, Switzerland. What did you glean from it? Alright, that's another angle of it. Alright, so there's that. Alright, I'm already 29 minutes. I might stop this video. So there's this here. Wow, 1 million views already of Duchess Meghan's most impactful speeches delivered just a few hours ago. Just wow. The work continues. IG Meghan. There's all of this. This tweet will be the last tweet for this video. How come I don't see the views on my video? So there's that. I mean, when I go on Twitter. Okay, I can see the numbers of views on my phone or on IG. What am I doing wrong? Yeah, me too. I can't see it. Duchess of Impact, Meghan, Switzerland, no child lost to social media. Alright, so I'll do a prayer. Okay, I already typed the prayer. Prayer for children. Let's look for image. Let's do this one. A prayer for kids. Lord, calm my heart and ease my mind. Help me leave my fear behind with you. It's very blurry. I know I'm safe and sound, and your peace, my worries drawn. Leave all your worries with him because he cares for you. Okay, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. This is the one I'm gonna upload in a few. I have 13 minutes left. It's gonna be live. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I need to do thumbnails for this. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
we ask for forgiveness and please come back.